We're like that awful green sheepskin jacket that you just can't bear to part with, and we're back again. After a very excited summer away, we're bringing you the emotional support garbage you've been gagging for. So we're coming back to you from our summer hiatus with some new Patreons, some new credentials, some famous followers you may have heard of, and merch!
Yes, bitch! We have a brand new merchandise emporium filled with shirts and phone cases and fanny packs because you want a bunch of water and shade garbage to wear on your beautiful person.
If you're a fan of Drag Race and Wheel of Time and you want some random crossover shit, check out our merch store now. We'll drop it in the comments below. So we should start by saying hello to our brand new Patreons. We got 2, not just 1, but 2. I mean, we were on a break and apparently you liked us more when we were gone.
That's the way it usually happens.
So hello to our brand new patrons, Andrew, who is an amazing artist. We will be sharing some of Andrew's art. We'll actually try and impose it in here because he drew us, which was amazing. Yay! We will drop his Instagram handle in the description below, so go check out his artwork. He's making all the time artwork and it's really, really cool.
And hello to our second new patron, Cameron. You too can enjoy early access, stupid video clips, and merchandise discounts at our store by subscribing to our Patreon. It's super cool. It's like $3 a month or something, and it helps us make more terrible programming just like this. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you, Cameron. You're our enablers.
So, since we were both, basically just drunk in a bathtub for the whole summer, we would like to share with you a recap of the 5 most sickening reveals of the Wheel of Time on Prime series that we got over the summer.
And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I've heard all about this already by creators who, are significantly better at doing their job than you guys are. But, to that I say, who gives a fuck? Listen anyway. We're followed by Rafe and Madeline, bitch.
Yeah. Yes, Mother has arrived straight in our DMs, and she told us that she likes our garbage. So you can take us seriously too, because we are vetted. We are vetted and ready to rumble. So here are the 5 summer reveals that we missed because we were both drunk in a bathtub. Entertainment Weekly released this super cool, detailed spread of photos along with a nice article about Wheel of Time. And the world lost its mind because we finally got to see our precious children.
I literally shit my pants when I saw what I saw. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? The most important takeaway from that was that for as many times in my life as I wished I was Rosamund Pike, I never wished more that I was Rosamund Pike in that picture.
That is absolutely correct. Just snuggle me, Daniel Henney. Let's talk about the picture of the Emmonsfield kids and their costumes, because this really did create quite a bit of stink because of the way that our homeboys are dressed.
I feel like some of them are such hits, but there is the polar opposite side in that there is a couple of misses. Let's look at Rosamund Pike. First off, apologies to the costume department. This does not look like office wear. This looks much better, and I stand by what I said about how she looked in that leaked clip, but I'm glad that it doesn't look like that in the wider scope. So I am pleased about that. And I'm very interested in the fact that her ring, I don't know if you saw, but like she has a ring and like a big ass ring, and it looks blue. Like it has like some blue enamel in there, which makes me think that we're going for a whole serpent rings by a jar, collect all 7. Great marketing. I appreciate that. I will be doing that.
Yes,
of course I will.
I absolutely will.
Spend every fucking penny I have.
Still on brand for the Aes Sedai. But I want to talk about branding as well, because we look at the Emmonsfield kids. That is a sheep-based agrarian economy, and they live up to that. So I'm thinking of Madeline, but it is wool. It is all wool. Those are some fine Two Rivers woolens. And Egwene looks great.
That outfit, she was spot on. And there was a touch of wealth to Egwene's costume as well.
It's fine
it was
wool.
like, you know, I'm the mayor's daughter, yeah? And we have like the biggest, real estate in the village, and it shows in what I'm wearing. And I appreciate that. I appreciate those small little nods to economic status, because it's realistic. You can see the difference there. And yeah, tens across the board.
Yes, she owns 51% of the Wine Spring Inn. Thank you. And then you look at Nynaeve. She's wearing green. At least Lan will like it, right? We have a Serbian friend who tells us that was very much in vogue. That exact green sheepskin coat was very much in vogue in the early 2000s, as she tells us. I'll have to take her word for it. I've never seen anybody wear that, non-ironically. But I can see that when you have a sheep-based economy, you are going to wear all of the sheep. And they definitely are.
So we are in agreement. We are in agreement then that Nynaeve does look like a Serbian farmer in this picture.
She looks like something. She looks like something. I really need to see her in action. No.
I loved the braid. Her braid looked fantastic. It was perfect. It was big. Like the braid had this like Nynaeve attitude about it. I felt like all of it was here for me. And then this coat, I just felt like, come on, do my girl better than that coat. That coat was not a good coat. I do not like that coat.
No.
Give me some. There was even like a little like pouch at her belt. Like the belt was just wrong as well for Nynaeve. It wasn't there for me.
No.
I'm sad that it wasn't there for me. I'm disappointed that Matt I know they're trying to go for that whole Matt sick with the dagger, but he did look a little bit ragtag. And we all know, we've talked about this on this show, Matt's daddy is wealthy daddy.
Yes.
He owns cows.
Even if he's rolling around in dirt, he's still rolling around in nice fancy woolens. I expect him at least at the caliber of Egwene's outfit. God, I just love that outfit. I love that wrap. I love that skirt, that midi skirt. I love the boots. I love her just like,
this is Winter Collection 2021. We're all going to be wearing it. We're all very excited about it.
Yes.
I have already pulled out an old tartan skirt from my wardrobe. I am ready. I am ready for the cold weather. It cannot get here soon enough because that outfit is inspired. I love it. I quite like Perrin's as well. I thought Perrin's looked kind of cute with the little like grey rugged fur around the cuffs. Like, oh, I'm a wolf. Rawr.
Yeah, I think it's a good nod to that, and it just fits his frame. It's worker clothes. Matt looks like he just did what we did all summer, which was smoke a joint in a bathtub.
My wolf dance.
I don't know why. I just really like getting high in the bathtub, apparently. And then Rand definitely
I just
looks.
Think Matt was probably hanging up this.
Yeah, Matt's drunk. Let's just assume Matt's drunk all the time. And I don't remember where this was, but I do remember them saying that they aged everybody up a little. That we aged everybody up because, having a bunch of 16-year-olds running around on adventures feels like young adult, and this is not young adult, which I'm really happy for because I feel like when you have characters that are kind of young, I mean, you think about Game of Thrones, they were all, like, Arya was, like, young. She was, like, 12. So...
You've either got to go really, really young, or you've got to go grown up.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to...
And
like,
Perrin...
Egwene either needs to be in her 20s, or she needs to be 12.
Yeah. Yeah, she needs... If they're young, then it turns into young adult, and then it turns into Legend of the Seeker, and then we all vomit and they die. Yeah, aside from... I need to just see them in action. You can't make a whole lot of decisions based on costuming, but I can say that they at least did their homework. They know what sort of vaguely medieval people would have worn if they had a sheet-based economy. So, well done.
Can we also talk about the fact that, you know, Perrin doesn't look big enough to play Perrin?
Yeah, he's not big enough. He's taller than Rand, bitch. Maureen's too tall.
Perrin.
It's like, how about you go, like, take a comb to your neck beard before you come for me? Just comb it out.
Yeah.
I have a neck beard, too. That's why I have credentials. Okay. I do want to talk about the other photo that makes me so excited. Because this is what I want Wheel of Time to look like.
Right away.
In his cage, being paraded through the forest. In the background, we got some, I'm assuming, Red Aja Aes Sedai. We've got Alana, who I'm thinking is probably being used because they don't want to put every single Aes Sedai in the books in this series, which I think is a waste, but whatever. And Logain's going to try to get out. He looks so brooding and angry, and I just want to sit on his face.
He is... Okay, this... When I looked at these images, it took me a few, like, looks at, like, the Eamonsfielders to kind of, like, really, like, go, yeah, I'm excited about it. And the Shadow of Gotham, and I was like, yeah, it's cool, but it's kind of dark, and you can't really see a lot. And you have, like, the Rand and Egwene one, and you think, that's kind of cool. But then this one, it was instant. I was just like, that is everything.
Yes.
It was so good. It just, that was the one that made me go,
it's coming, and so am I.
I literally was just like, where is this? Oh, yeah. That is a reenactment of how I behaved in those few seconds when I first saw that image, and
I just love how
there was something to that.
It's so well decorated. All of the detail. It is like this. It may be a cage, but it was made by people who rule the world. And who rule the world?
Girls, we run this mother. That's the whole lyrics. That's the whole song. There is nothing else. Girls, yeah. Girls,
yeah. You about done there?
And that gave her $1 billion. That's my Beyonce impression.
I can see the resemblance. This made me excited for this series because I'm kind of ambivalent about the show. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm obsessed with it, but I'm always a book person. But this really makes me excited, so I feel like I can get on board with this.
Yeah,
I'll get in that cage.
There was a couple of times over summer where we saw a few things, and I was growing a little bit concerned. Let's say, like, I'm hyped for this show. I'm pretty good with adaptations in general. I've seen everything I love made into an adaptation. Good, bad, terrible, the works. But there was a couple of things that were making me nervous. Mm-hmm. And then when I saw this image, I just kind of went, okay, no, it's all fine. It's all going to be great.
I'm still very critical, but you have to be a critical eye. You have to be critical if you're going to do a show like we do, because we're not going to take it easy on this show just because it's something that we're obsessed with. Because you don't deserve that. You deserve an honest opinion about all of the garbage that we're looking at and all of the great things that we're looking at, so we can fangirl together and poke fun at the things that drive us crazy.
Number 4 is Moy rain.
Moy.
Moy.
Moira.
Moy.
Moira.
Right.
Moira Rose.
Do not underestimate your ladies of this chateau. I was like, what the fuck is he? Why is he saying Moy rain? Like, I know I pronounce a lot of things wrong, but I just want to shout out to like everyone who's ever like said, like, has ever like listened to some of my stuff and has been like, oh, you say this wrong. What's wrong with you? Well, it looks like a lot of people are saying things wrong, bitch. So shut your mouth.
Moy Rain, I can forgive, but if they call him Talmains in the show, I will come to England and punch you in the dick.
Piss off.
You personally.
Me personally, okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Come to England. Moy Rain and Lorne. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? That's what they were asking us. When they were like saying, are you ready? That's what they were asking us if we were ready for. Are we ready for Moy Rain and Lorne?
Lorne!
We got a couple of Moy Rain things. We got that like kind of like cool poster that kind of, it wasn't a 10 for me. I'm sorry, I kind of got a bit of a Stargate vibe from it rather than Waygate.
Stargate SG-1. Stargate SG-1.
There was something, and this is going back to one of those things that was kind of making me nervous in the summer, where I was like, well, I'm not really sure how I feel about you. But Moy Rain looks great. I will say that, like, I loved her in the middle, and I loved like the little like weaves, tendrils that are like coming out of the like corners. And I thought like the whole like the like Aes Sedai symbol in the clouds thing was really kind of cool, and I really appreciated that. The Waygate might take a little bit of getting used to, but
I think it'll feel contextually appropriate once it happens. Like, I know that they will build to it.
They had Moraine on her horse. I haven't seen like a really clear shot of it yet, so I'm looking forward to that. But that looked, well, the boots, honey, the boots.
House down boots.
Boots the house down in those boots. I want those boots. Those boots, again, I'm adding to my winter 2021 wardrobe. Those boots, Madeline's skirt and wrap. It's going to be a Wheel of Time winter. It's going to be phenomenal. Category is Wheel of Time realness.
Wheelness.
All winter.
Realness.
More Game of Thrones comparisons?
I know that we're going to get a lot of Game of Thrones comparisons in the next year. Because why the hell wouldn't we? It was a global phenomenon. It made a bunch of people feel like dorks when they're not really dorks. But it made dorkery part of the natural order, I guess. But this is so much better than Game of Thrones. If you haven't watched it,
it is.
Game of Thrones is not that great.
It is much better than Game of Thrones. Story-wise it is. But, having said that, Game of Thrones as a TV show is a phenomenon.
Oh, absolutely.
It is. And it's very big boots to fill. So I hope Moraine's boots can do it, because, Moiraine's boots can do it, because they are pretty big boots. And when you start making those comparisons, if it doesn't live up to that and quickly, that could be a little bit concerning.
Basically, I think they're playing it up to be like, hey, don't sleep on this. This is real. This is really important. You know, stop comparing it to Game of Thrones, but if you need to, it's going to be better, and here's why. Because, you know, basically,
it's Gandalf, but make it girly.
So number 3, we had what some people thought was an actual trailer until they realized that it was some random YouTube channel, but it got a lot of hits, and we shared it around because it was, you know, like, oh, look, Wheel of Time trailer. But, you know, if you see something that says Wheel of Time trailer and it's not from actual Amazon, it's probably not real.
could people be a little bit more considerate and consider the fact that, you know, I am a 35-year-old woman and my blood pressure may spike, and if it has to drop down suddenly, I may not make it to see the real trailer. Compassion.
Yes. I have that exact problem, except it's the fact that I only have finite numbers of underpants. So please don't make me poop them unnecessarily.
I think Sam killed the conversation
Trailer.
with that talk of Granny.
What? Talking about my poops?
Trailer.
Talking about poop isn't appropriate for this show? When the fuck did that happen?
I don't know what I was thinking. You know, a couple of months away, and I made some stuff that was a little bit more serious, and I came back to, you know, do this, and I forgot that we're not allowed to talk about poo.
I think I need to tell someone. Hey, our director. We don't have a director. Pretty obviously, we don't have a director. Okay, so speaking of poop, speaking of feces and poops,
That actually led
this is a really good segue.
The logo. The new logo. The logo changed. You know, if you were passed out in a paddling pool in New Mexico because you ate too many edibles, Sam, you may have missed that they changed the logo from the classic wheel and serpent to
Something.
a coiled serpent.
It's something.
I guess.
It sure is not poop. It sure is not a poop. And if you say it's a poop, the people on Twitter are gonna be real mad at you, so don't say it's a poop. Don't.
It doesn't look like one of those fake cat turds that you can buy in prank shops. It does not look like that.
Not at all.
It does not.
It does not look like a poop. So don't say it looks like a poop, because people on Twitter will cancel you, and you'll never work in this town again.
It's great. It's great. I'm such a fan of the logo.
The original logo is a little clunky, I get it. They wanted something that they can easily slap on a t-shirt, that they can easily, you know, put as a stamp underneath something. Like, everybody does that. Everybody needs a logo
Cat
like
turd
that.
t-shirts. We should sell cat turds on a t-shirt.
Alright!
Yay.
Good thing we have a new merch store! Tip your Shaidhoes.
Find us on Patreon. Yeah. It's $3.
Just buy us a
it's this little
coffee.
fucking coffee at Starbucks.
I need it. It keeps me off drugs.
A legal addictive stimulant, as Maureen Rose might say.
I don't know what that was, but it was pretty great.
I don't know either. It just came out. That's what happens
We're
sometimes.
spiraling. We haven't done
It's
this
like
in a
she
couple
lives-
months, so we're just really fucked up. Anyway,
She lives inside me.
we do not look like poops. Go look at our Patreon. Go tip your Shaidhoes on our PayPal tip line. Go subscribe to all of our socials and all of those places where we have socials.
Definitely, yeah, and definitely go and subscribe to the Wheel of Time cast's favorite TikTok. Ours, apparently.
It's official.
What the fuck?
We've made the round.
We have.
We get passed around like a joint in a paddling pool. So until next time, when you drop by our sweat tent once more, may you always find water and shade. Oh God! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, this is what I get for wearing a dress that's too tight from the thrift store. Look at these bingo wings. Yeah, bitch! Ah. Oh, that's delightful.